Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here doing something a tiny bit different because I'm not going to have a video out on Friday, which is today. So I just figured, like, based on a comment on my Cyrilim video that only just came out like a couple of hours ago, but the comment got 5 thumbs up, and considering I'm not going to have anything out tomorrow, I might as well do this anyway. This one guy asked me, what do I have on my Vita right now? And you want me to be honest, that changes a lot. Like, if I had a 64GB card, I'd still be swapping stuff out constantly just because I feel like playing something completely different at the time. But considering I've got basically nothing else to go up on Friday, I might as well just do something real quick just to show off what I've got on my Vita right now, at least. But again, considering this changes every week, this might be completely different by tomorrow. Unfortunately, I did actually have to get rid of my PlayStation Mobile games because I ended up formatting my Vita, and yeah, I just figured it's not worth putting the PlayStation Mobile games back on because I don't even play them, honestly. Like, the only game I'd stand a chance to play again is Citus Lambda, and I have that on my tablet now. So, hopefully they'll bring a Vita native version of Citus Lambda here, but anyway. This is basically just going to be one of my random rant videos, so, you know, if you don't want that, just tune out now. I'll see you for the weekly update tomorrow. But for those of you who do, you might as well stick around. So, I'll just go over why everything that's on my Vita is on my Vita, because, like, why the hell not, right? So, we'll start with BlazBlue. It's BlazBlue Chrono Phantasma Extend without the story DLC, because at least without the story DLC, I can still access the, what's it called? The arena, not the arena mode, the Abyss mode, where you're constantly going down and upgrading new items and stuff. Like, if I want to play a two-dimensional fighter, a secondary mode like that is really what will keep me going. So, for that, BlazBlue CP Extend gets to be my one fighting game. Well, I have, like, 3 fighting games on here right now, but I'll probably end up getting rid of at least one of them for several reasons. Muramasa Rebirth, with all the DLC, all 4 pieces of it. I really need to get around to playing that again, but when Odin Sphere comes out, they'll probably get deleted and replaced with that, purely because I like having a 2D combat game on my Vita that isn't a fighting game. So I'll definitely be playing around Muramasa Rebirth a little bit before Odin Sphere comes out, because I do have like 6 months. Not that big of a deal. I've been playing Gundam Breaker 2 again recently, actually, because that game is great, and Gundam Breaker 3 comes out like next month, so I'm importing that day one, and I paid for shipping, so it's going to be like 100 Australian dollars, but honestly, I could not give a shit, because I love 2, and I'm now probably going to love 3, because I'm actually well into Gundam models right now. I'm looking at my corner of my room, and I've got a Death Scythe Hell, I've got a bunch of Build Fighters Gundams, I've got a Unicorn Gundam, I've got the RX-78 standing there with the God Gundam behind him doing a chill out pose. I should probably take photos of those and put them up in this video, but whatever. But yeah, Gundam Breaker 2. I need a 3D action game that's like melee focused, and considering that I can't actually store this one entirely on this Vita because it's not a digital game, it's a physical cartridge game, I figured I'd keep that around and save the memory card space from having Dynasty Warriors 8 instead. Super Beat Sonic, I've been waiting for the DLC to come out for this one. 4 gigs, it's like the biggest game I got on here, and I'm probably going to remove it at some point, but I'm waiting for the DLC to come, and thankfully the DLC is actually coming quite soon, and I'll be able to give that a shot, and maybe I'll probably be crap when I boot it up again, let's admit it, because I actually haven't played this in like a month or so, but actually, when is the last time I played it? I can check on my PlayStation Cloud save, because I'm pretty sure this tells me the last time I saved. Last time I played this was November. Okay, definitely not a month. Definitely not. But yeah, Super Beat Sonic. I do like keeping at least one rhythm game around. If it's not going to be Citus, it might as well be Super Beat, because DJ Max just infuriates me. Like, DJ Max Portable 3 maybe, but it's a fair bit big. I mean, for a PSP game at the very least. And DJ Max Technica Tune, that's infuriating because my hands are too big and I can't get to all the touchy spots on the screen. So yeah. Earth Defense Force 2, it'd be EDF 2 or 3, and considering I've mostly finished 3, I'm literally like 4 Inferno missions away from getting the Platinum, and I'm not going to be able to do it by myself, and I'm not going to put in like 5 hours of grinding to get to that point, so EDF 2 it is, and I also just recently like ran through this to the like Inferno weapon grinding bits for all 3 characters. Like, I have a strategy with Earth Defense Force games, at least now anyway, now that I'm actually pretty damn good at them. What I do is I play the first stages on hard with the normal level weapons, get a few hard weapons, play through a bit more on hard to get even better stuff, then play through hardest, then Inferno, and just get the weapons like on the first stage. So I have Inferno grade weapons, and now I just have to run through the rest of the game with them. So, you know, that's actually a really good thing if you're good enough at the game to pull it off. And Darius Burst, because Darius Burst is just magnificent. And the fact that they announced there's DLC coming with 3 retro ships based on old Taito games is amazing. So, yeah, that's definitely staying on there for the immediate future. And thankfully, it's also quite tiny. Unfortunately, it's been crashing on me a lot with C212821. So, was it 2-1 or just 1? One way or another. It's been crashing me on me a lot with that, so I'm a bit worried this memory card's actually going down the toilet. But it's not completely fucking up on me as of yet, so we're just going to, you know, just hope that it holds out for a bit, and maybe I'll end up having to pick up a new memory card eventually, who knows. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, I haven't deleted that since I reviewed it, but I haven't played it since I reviewed it either, have I? Well, I hate calling my shit reviews, so why am I calling it reviews? I don't call my stuff reviews because they're not reviews, they're first impressions. And the fact that I just said it myself out of pure force of habit is probably a really bad thing. But yeah, I haven't played this in a week, so probably not the best thing, but admittedly hopefully I'll get back around to it eventually, but I still need to play, like, Trails, and I need to play the other Trails, and I need to play the other Trails, and God almighty. And to think, I put Soul Sacrifice Delta back on here just because I felt like starting a new game, but I'll probably be getting rid of that too, because, like, this file size is insane. I really wish it was smaller, especially since I've only got a 32GB card to work with now. And I've got Lumines because, like, I always like keeping a sort of puzzle game around, just something simple that I'm actually good at. And back when Lumines Electronic Symphony came out, like, before I was doing videos on YouTube or anything, I was on the top 100 of the leaderboard before they figured out that little exploit where you put down those, like, 3 ones in a row, and then you just constantly, like, clear the board. But yeah, I was top 100 on the leaderboard when the game launched, which is pretty impressive considering the fact that I hadn't played Lumines in, like, a year at that point. So, that was a thing. And Shinobito 2, I downloaded this again because I recently delisted this from the PlayStation Store, which I thought was a bit weird because it was a Bandai Namco game, so they probably, like, lost the license from Spike Chunsoft, which is a little disappointing because I actually really like this game. It's a bit like Kusage, you know, if you know that term from Japan. It's like shit game, but at the same time, it's actually got a lot going for it, and I really like it, and I probably need to get a video done on it at some point, just because now that it's gone, the only way people are going to be able to find it is by getting, like, second-hand copies off eBay or something, so, well, God only knows. To my digital-only games, I got Super Star Wars here because it's 40 meg. I really should try and finish this, but, let me put it this way, I wasn't that big of a fan of super hard platformers back in the day when I was actually good at them, and I'm still not that good at them. I say that as I have Super Meat Boy on here, and that's just about as bad, but Super Meat Boy's Paw is actually really good, and I've just been running through it again, just casually, on and off, so eventually I'll get to, like, Hell or something. I actually am on Hell at the moment. I'll just get through, like, Hell, and I'll get to, like, the Bandage Girl levels, and then I'll just end up deleting it out of pure frustration at some point, because that's just the way I roll when it comes to Vita games. Still waiting for Afterbirth to come out on Vita. It's a little frustrating, actually, because most of my progress is on Vita. I've got a lot of stuff done on Vita. I've got, like, 90% of the items. So, just waiting for Afterbirth and Afterbirth Plus to come out, because Afterbirth Plus is coming out on PC now, and God knows how long that's going to take. Like, PS4 and Xbox are going to get it before we do, which is even more infuriating. And I got Tetris on here, because I'm a Tetris nut. I love my Tetris, and while it's not as good as Tetris DS, Lockjaw, or Tetris the Grandmaster, it's still decent Tetris, and it's got a fair few options and all that, so might as well keep it around. Like, the Vita's D-pad's actually great for Tetris. I keep putting Guilty Gear on my Vita thinking, I'll get around to this, I'll learn this eventually, and I never do. I always end up deleting it, so that'll probably be gone in a few days as well. And, of course, I got Pinball Arcade and all the DLC minus Season 5, which is really annoying because if you don't buy all the DLC in one shot, you can't download all the DLC in one shot. You have to go download all the tables manually. It's a bug on the store, which I haven't been able to figure out a solution around, and I'll probably just end up sending a tweet at the Pinball Arcade devs, but that's probably not going to happen for a while, and I'm still waiting for them to release more tables on Season 5, but that's going to take a while. It always does, because it's Pinball Arcade. I got Nuclear Throne. I'll probably end up deleting this soon because I've got enough twin-stick shooters as it is, and Nuclear Throne is just a bit more difficult, and I don't like seeing the same part of the game over and over again. I got Cyril M, and I did the video on that, like, yesterday. What was it? Yeah, technically, it was yesterday because I put the video up today, and this video is going up tomorrow, so, yeah. Cyril M is 41 meg, and I imagine if I just want to do some weird number crunching, because if I feel that way, because I'm I'm not so much slightly autistic as autism embodied, but yeah, I'll probably end up playing that from time to time. And of course I've got TXK, because if I ever delete TXK, it is like, what's the word, that, betrayal of the crown? What's the word? It's not larceny, it's, I don't bloody remember, I'll just keep this video moving along. And of course, same thing with Shovel Knight, because, you know, it's actually tiny, and I still need to finish that, I really do. I haven't even finished it. I own, like, 3 copies of this game, and I haven't finished one of them, which is a little bit disappointing in myself. And Geometry Wars 3, because, again, it's tiny, and it's probably the best twin-stick shooter the Vita has at the moment. Hopefully, Assault Android Cactus stands a chance of, like, you know, giving it some competition. It's not like I'd hope that Geometry Wars turns out to lose as much as I hope Assault Android Cactus stands a chance of winning, because I'm always up for playing an interesting twin-stick. And, of course, I got Terraria, which is 100 meg, because this game's had a lot of updates, hasn't it? Yeah, it's got a ton of updates. It used to be, like, half the size. And the weird thing is, this is the worst live area I've ever seen, but yeah. Down in the PlayStation 1 games, sorry, I've got 4 games here. Now, unfortunately, my PlayStation 1 library would be an absolute ton bigger if I had the memory card space, but there's just a lot I can't do because, you know, I don't have the memory card space, and there are a bunch of PlayStation 1 games that aren't actually on the store that I would go get. Like, the Spyro and the Crash games are obvious, but I really do love those games. There's Future Cop LAPD, G-Police, which neither of them... They're on the PlayStation Store on, like, PS3, but they're not on Vita for some reason. I'd love to get those games on here. What other PlayStation 1 games are there that I love? There's, like, Siphon Filter, but those are too big to keep around on the memory card, which is unfortunate. And there's just a ton of PlayStation 1 games, but I might as well go over what I've got here. I've got Tumba, and, I mean, Tumba is magnificent. I can't think of a better word to describe it as a puzzle platformer thing, and I've still never finished that game, and I've played that through the intro to the game so many times. There's Wolffang, which, if you remember my video on that, I actually really liked, because it was a really nice, like, arcadey style experience, and I do love the way it plays, and it's a nice little, like, 5-minute distraction from whatever the hell I'm doing, which is really quite nice. There's Misadventures of Tron Bonne, which I never go around to playing, even though I love Mega Man Legends 1. I never played 2, which is even weirder, but yeah, hopefully they'll release Mega Man Legends 2 on the PlayStation Store, and I can get that and try that out as well. An Armored Core, because, you know, robots. I like robot games, and they just don't make enough for the Vita. They really should make a combination of Gundam, Armored Core, and possibly Kerbal Space Program. Like the building part of that, where you build up from all the individual parts and all that. That would be like my dream game, but unfortunately no. So, alright, so now to my PSP games. I've got a tennis game, I've got a golf game, because two of my favorite games on the Game Boy Advance, despite the fact that I never owned a Game Boy Advance, were Mario Tennis Advance and Mario Golf World... No, it wasn't World Tour, it was something else, but the two Game Boy Advance games of those games were absolutely freaking magnificent. So they just end up, like, making me go and play all these different tennis and golf games on the Vita, hoping for something along those lines, and unfortunately, not even the sequels on the Nintendo platforms can live up to them, and, well, I'm stuck with Hot Shots Golf and Hot Shots Tennis, which, to be fair, aren't bad, they're just freaking hard. Like, I really need to get used to both of these, especially Hot Shots Tennis, because Hot Shots Tennis is actually, like, really determinant on timing, so you really need to be good at timing to stand a chance of that game. Hot Shots Golf Open T2 isn't that bad either. Like, you might ask why I have this here and not, like, everybody's not everybody's golf, Hot Shots Golf World Invitational, because A, this one's smaller, like, this one's, like, 300 meg smaller, even without, like, the downloadable content that they released for Everybody's Golf. But it also has 12 courses instead of the Vita one's 9, so I'm more than happy just to keep Open T2 around. Also, it was really cheap, like $7.50, and I don't even think that was on sale, so, you know, that's still pretty good. And same thing with Hot Shots Tennis, like, I really do like Virtua Tennis, but it's like 3 gig, and it's been delisted from the store, and I really should do a video on that one too while I'm at it. But my big problem with that game was when you got to the final championship, the AI in that game rubber bands visibly. Like, you end up playing, and it's like, love. It's the start of the match. Everyone, like, you serve, and you get your ass handed to you twice. And then the AI noticeably gets easier. And then you get back up to, like, 30 all. And then you get to 40-30. And then the AI gets better again and kicks your ass. And then it draws it out to a a deuce, and you're constantly going back and forth with the AI getting better and worse and better and worse. And it's infuriating. And that happens every single match of the final tournament of the game's career mode. It's unbelievable, honestly. It's something you've never experienced. It's nothing like I've ever experienced. Like, even most of the racing games I played, like the Midnight Club games, the Burnout Legends, Need for Speed Most Wanted, even they didn't have rubber banding as bad as those games. Like, holy shit. But anyway, Dissidia, Duodecim, Final Fantasy, just another, like, 3D action game, because I do like those, but God, that game is just so grindy, and oh man, I wish I had a better replacement for Dissidia, but I don't really have a better game on the mind that's sort of similar to that game, but yeah, I think you get the point. Wipeout Pulse, A, because it's freaking tiny, and B, because, you know, it's a Wipeout game that isn't 2048. I mean, I'm fine with 2048, but Wipeout Pulse just runs so smoothly all the time, it's wonderful. So, I much prefer Pulse over 2048. It's just a shame you can't get, like, the downloadable tracks that they released for this game, because, you know, bastards at Sony just can't get it to go up on the store and all that. Legend of Heroes, Trials in the Sky, because duh, I still need to get through these games and I will eventually. Street Fighter Alpha 3, because I need a Street Fighter game in my life on my bloody Vita, and I can't be Street Fighter Cross Tekken, because that game's balance just gets thrown to the wolves when you figure in those bloody gem things, and they still haven't gotten around to releasing Street Fighter 4 on Vita, and they probably won't, considering Street Fighter 5 comes out in like a week. And of course I'll probably end up buying that, because you know me. Actually, you probably don't know me. I like fighting games, I just suck at them. And I've also got Final Fantasy Tactics, War of the Lions, and Disgaea 2, because strategy RPGs, like, every time I download these, I play like 2 battles and I end up deleting them. So hopefully I'll be able to get something different going this time. And Castlevania the Dracula X Chronicles, because I need a reason to torture myself. As I said in my video on Ninja Senki, which will actually be going up in a little bit. Not a little bit, but like a few days. I don't remember the exact embargo date, but it'll go up eventually. So with Castlevania, I have never finished this, despite the fact that I've played the absolute bejesus out of it. I just can't beat Death. I have never beat Death on top of, like, the pirate ship. He is, to me, impossible. I go up, I Iron Crash, like, twice, and I beat the ever-loving bejesus out of him, and I've still never beaten him. I've only ever gotten him down to, like, a quarter of his remaining health, because his second form just tears me 5 new assholes in succession. He's just incredibly hard, but at the same time, it is so incredibly satisfying to play Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles that I just keep the game around anyway. And even then, it's also got a copy of Symphony of the Night and the original PC engine Dracula X. So, I mean, 3 games in 715 meg is basically all the best of Castlevania in one tiny package. So it's like, why the hell would I not have that on my Vita all the time? So that's what I got going right now, but as I've said, I end up deleting shit and putting shit back on every day of the week. And considering I'm only running a 32GB memory card at this point, I am running somewhat low on space. I'm going to actually have to start cleaning stuff out towards the end of this month, because Samurai Warriors 4 Empires comes out next month, so I'm going to need to clear up a fair bit of room for that. But yeah, I've also got like 150 meg of music, because I keep all my, well, not all my favorite songs on here, but I just keep something like 30, so if I need something to rock out to while I'm playing something like Cyrilim, because Cyrilim's music just gets really grating after a while, I can go and play some of this music I got. Might as well show you what I got on here, because I'm just going to ramble on for a tiny bit longer, because I'm almost at the 20-minute mark, and it's almost worth your time to watch, but then again, this is a rant video by me, so it's like, it's not like it would be a good video to, like, watch anyway, but yeah, I just, I basically just download the videos from YouTube and then convert them to, MP3s, because my main way to listen to music is a Spotify account with like 300 songs on it in like one playlist, so it's kind of hilarious that I have to go and get them that way, but yeah, these are just all the songs I listen to from time to time. Like, again, I do have 300 songs on the Spotify playlist. I just went through and I picked out 30 songs to put on this. Yeah, I don't know why that's a Japanese symbol. It's like Ikasa Podcast or something. These guys have only released like one album, Two Times Terror. They've only released like one album. So if you see a song that starts with IK in their discography, that's probably that song. So yeah, those are all the songs I listen to. That's pretty much everything I keep on my Vita, and that's just a 20-minute filler to keep you filled in because I'm not going to have any videos for We Are Doomed for a little bit because I'm still waiting on a review code for that as of this recording. And basically I'm going to be doing the weekly update, and then hopefully I'll just be taking a little bit of a break before next week's games come out. Although, considering the fact that I've already recorded my video on Ninja Senki DX, maybe I'll actually have a nice quiet week, but I don't know. So that was just a complete waste of your time. I'm sorry about that, but if for those of you, like 5 people who wanted to know what was on my Vita's memory card right now, there you go. This has been Bleed Maxima, and I'll see you all next time.